everyone, it's Jacqueline. I hope you guys are all doing well during quarantine because I know being in the house for too long can like mess with your emotions and all that, so that's why I'm doing this video, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos about anything that could help our emotions during this time. So yeah, today's video is gonna be how to have self-love or how to improve your self-love, because I can't guarantee that these are all gonna work for you, but hopefully they can help. I thought about what I wanted to say, but I don't have a whole list that I gathered, so this is just gonna be from the top of my head, from my heart. So yeah, number one is talking in the mirror. So I know you guys have heard about those tips where you go in front of the mirror and you tell yourself that you love yourself or you compliment yourself every day, and then eventually you'll start to believe it, like fake it till you make it. I think that that could help some people, but for me, I'm just really impatient and I just didn't really enjoy it, so I stopped doing it before I could actually believe it. But I recently saw this video of that mirror trick, but in a different way, so I'm gonna share it with you guys. The phrase is, "It's possible." So let's say I hate the color red. If I say I hate the color red, it'll be harder for me to believe that I'll eventually like red or I could like red. Like, it just closes all doors. But if I say it's possible that I might like red, then that kind of like opens the door. Like, it gives me an opportunity to possibly like red in the future. I don't know. So that's kind of what you have to do in the mirror. You have to look in the mirror and be like, you know, it's possible that I might not completely hate myself. And then that kind of makes you feel like, yeah, it is possible. Like, maybe it's not right now, but it's possible. So then the next day you can look in the mirror and be like, you know, it's possible my hair's not that bad today. It's possible that no one's gonna judge me. I think that someone's gonna judge me, but it's possible that they might not. So I tried using that phrase, and it's actually really helpful because it doesn't shut the door, it doesn't reel you all the way in, but it just opens it. Like, you can see it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just thought that was really helpful, and you guys should try it sometime. The second one is writing good things. So sometimes it's not entirely ourselves that we hate, but it's more so what happens to us that we hate and like the situations we get in. We mostly just focus on how we have a bad life or bad things happen to us. So what I think that is healthy for us to do is get like a jar or a box or anything you can put things inside and start writing down on a piece of paper. You can use some colors to make it more happy or whatever. Anytime something good happens to you, write it down. Anytime you hear good news, just write it down. Even if it's like the smallest thing, like today I really liked how my hair looked, or today I just found my new favorite song, and you write down your favorite song. Anything that makes you smile, laugh, or feel good. And one, that'll make you focus on all the good things in your life. Two, the more your jar fills, the more you realize that there are lots of things that make you happy. And three, you can even look back on them because you're writing them on paper. Things are more likely to stick in your head when you write them down. So you got like so many benefits from this. There's like a train that's passing by right now. Okay, so the third one is me time. This one's kind of obvious because we all just want to be alone. We just need to take a breather, but for some of us, being alone might actually be something bad for them because maybe they overthink too much or they get really lonely and depressed. But when I say me time, I mean like pamper yourself or do something that you really love. Find out a new hobby. I really don't like when videos are cheesy, so I'm trying not to make this cheesy for you. Like, I want to be a little more helpful. What I'm saying is, make sure you do something that makes you feel accomplished, because when you feel accomplished, you feel good, and when you feel good, you kind of love yourself. So let's say you're really good at painting. Maybe you should do a huge painting, because by the time you're done with your huge painting, you're gonna feel really accomplished and you're gonna pat yourself on the back for doing something really difficult that you didn't think you could do. And I cannot stress this enough, but it is quarantine. You have the time. You have so much time to figure out what your passion is, and if you can't figure it out, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a skill or something you're really good at. It could also be pampering. Maybe put on a face mask or paint your nails or massage your head. I don't know, just something that makes you feel good. The fourth one is put yourself first. So this one is really important. If you can't help yourself, try not to help others. Because if you can't handle helping someone else when you're in a bad place, it's gonna make you feel worse. If you can handle it, go for it, because sometimes me helping other people helps me. That's fine. But if I can't handle it, I have to say no. Learn to say no, learn to put yourself first, and know that you're worthy of giving yourself some attention. Because when your body realizes that you're focusing on it and you're taking a break from other things that might make it worse, it's gonna thank you for that, and it's gonna make you feel appreciated, and maybe it'll help with your self-love. So I've been in many situations where I was not doing well and I was helping a lot of people with their problems, which made me feel even worse because I felt so pressured, like there was so much on my shoulders. And even though I was helping these people and I felt really good about it, I wasn't happy about myself. I was only happy to help other people, but I wasn't doing anything for myself. So I've learned that if I need to focus on myself, it's okay to not help someone. It's okay to tell them that I don't know what to do or what to say because I'm not in the right mindset, or I need to take care of myself. And if someone gets mad at you for wanting to take care of yourself, then they're just not good for you, because they can't rely on you for happiness. And you kind of need to tell them that. Like, they just need to respect that you have a lot on your plate and you just can't help them right now. It seems scary at first, but please try to get to that place where you know your self-worth. The fifth one is forgive yourself. We make a lot of mistakes as human. Everybody messes up, and we tend to really pin that on ourselves. We can't forget the past, and we keep thinking about things that we've done that don't matter now or shouldn't matter. Just imagine a world where you are perfect, where you never mess up and you are exactly who you want to be. How many lessons are you going to learn? How many emotions are you going to go through? Probably one, happiness. You have to understand that we as human, we're meant to grow. We're supposed to feel sadness and failure and all of these things to make us a better person, a stronger person. Because sometimes I don't feel like I truly love myself until after I go through this roller coaster of emotions. So yeah, maybe you can watch this video and be like, oh, how can I love myself? But really, you can't truly know how to love yourself until you've gone through obstacles that made you not feel so great, made you not love yourself. So that's why that's my fifth tip, to know how to forgive yourself, because how are you going to love yourself if you can't accept yourself for who you were in the past? Maybe you can fix who you are in the present and the future, but the past, just be your own friend and forgive yourself. Just like how you would forgive a friend. I'm actually gonna make that number 6 because I want to talk about that. Be your own friend. This is one thing that I learned when I was in therapy. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know this, like it's common sense, but when my therapist told me this, I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. So I'm just kind of gonna share it. But my therapist sat me down and she was like, what would you do if your friend was crying? And I was like, oh, I would comfort her, obviously. And then she was like, okay, what would you do if she told you that she hated herself and no one loved her? And then I said, well, I would tell her that I love her and that she's perfect the way she is and blah, 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 blah. And my therapist said, what if she kept saying she was worthless and she didn't want to be here anymore because she didn't think that she was going to make anything of the world? And then I said, well, I would tell her that this is just temporary and she'll be able to find all that out in the future. So my therapist said, why would you say those things to her? Like, why? And I said, well, because she's my friend. I want to take care of her. So then my therapist told me that that is what you need to do for yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to tell those things to yourself because you should be your own friend. So would you go up to your friend and be like, yeah, you're worthless. Yeah, I don't think you belong here. No, you wouldn't say that to your friend. So don't say that to yourself. Before you insult yourself, think about you saying that to one of your friends. And then it sounds way more harsh. Like, no, I would never say that to my friends. Don't say it to yourself. That ties into my third tip when I said to give yourself me time. It's kind of like hanging out with your best friend. Okay, I can't really think of any more that's from the top of my head. Okay, I was just about to edit, but I thought of another one. But I'm gonna keep it short. Surround yourself with people that also love you. Please be courageous enough to let go of those toxic friends. How can you learn to love yourself if you have people around you that are just being super negative about you or anything? It's good to be around people that hype you up and give you compliments. Just surround yourself with really good friends. That's it. That is the video. I hope you guys like it, and please consider doing at least one of these on the list. I know it's really hard to love yourself, but you're kind of stuck with yourself your whole life, so please try to love yourself, because that's not going to be a fun life if you're always insulting everything you do, especially things that you've done just in the past. So just do me a favor and take care of yourself, especially during this time. Just remember that it's okay to reach out to anyone. Don't feel like you're a burden, please. There are people in your life that care about you. So if you need someone to talk to, just think about someone that you really trust, but know that you can also trust yourself. Maybe give yourself advice, because you may be surprised of how much knowledge you have and how much you've grown. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Take your time, there's something about the love of things you like.